Welcome to the Record Machine Show podcast. And now, here's your host, James Michael Hollenstein.
Today we have an exciting show featuring an interview with country music artist Gary Pratt. Gary is making waves in the contemporary country scene while staying true to his traditional roots. With his powerful vocals, sincere lyrics, and captivating stage presence, he has successfully merged classic country vibes with a modern twist. His debut album, Something Worth Remembering, received widespread praise and numerous awards, making him a beloved figure among fans of country and Americana music. Whether he's sharing stories of small-town life or exploring themes of love, Gary pours his heart and soul into every performance. But first, let us enjoy his latest single, Red Barn.
Your dad is out of town. He'll be gone at least a week. Ain't nobody down at your place except the chickens, cows, and sheep. It must get kinda scary out there by yourself when it starts getting dark. What you say, I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. I could bring a case of beer or something stronger if you like. We could hang out in the hayloft or slow dance in the full moonlight. Can't disturb no neighbors, and you'll feel a whole lot safer once I take you in my arms. What you say, I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. Nobody will ever know I can be discreet. I can leave when the rooster crows, or I can stay awake. You say I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. Hey! My coffee, then I'll hit the great outdoors. Baby, I can crank your tractor, I can bale your hay. You just lay out in the yard. What you say, I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. No need to be alone out on that big old farm. What you say, I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. You'll be gone at least a week. Little red barn in your brain.
You just heard Red Barn by Gary Pratt, and he's on the line for a chat. Gary, how you doing?
It's going good here. Yeah, thank you for the interview.
You're welcome. So how are you?
Busy. Yeah, pretty busy, but good, you know?
You're still in Pittsburgh, right?
Correct, yep.
That's cool. The last time that we spoke on the air was in February of 2021. It's been a while.
I know. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the album Something Worth Remembering, and
Right.
today let's talk about the new single Red Barn, along with the duet that you did with Savannah Nider, To Find Us. Can you share the stories behind those songs?
Yeah. Red Barn. Well, Red Barn right now is up for the International Singer-Songwriters Association Male Single of the Year, so I'm excited about that. Mm-hmm. We worked on. We'll talk about that song first. I got a whole new batch of new songs that we just recorded with Adam Ernst and Kasper at Tonic Studios. And Adam's from Nashville, and he was a producer and actually played every instrument on these new songs. He is such a talented guy, and coached me on some things in the studio, which you always want to learn new stuff and improve yourself. So these new songs are just tremendous. A lot of the songs were written by different Nashville songwriters, and Red Barn was written by Jason Patrick Matthews, who also writes for Luke Bryan and Billy Currington. So I'm honored to have some of these guys let me, do their songs. Mm-hmm. But Adam and Doug, I didn't think I would be able to work with Adam again because he was on this Something Worth Remembering album. Mm-hmm. And he just played instruments, and not all of them, but I had a different producer for that album. And then I figured I wouldn't be able to work with Adam again because he was out on the road and he was signed at Sony, and because he's an artist also. And I said, I'll probably never be able to work with him again. And then all of a sudden he got freed up, and he called me and said, you want to do a project? And I'm like, shoot, I don't really have anything ready. I said, but I'm not turning it down. I said, we'll do something, So we started looking for songs, and Red Barn I found sort of reminded me of where my dad grew up. His grandfather raised him, and I remember going out there when I was a kid, and there was a Red Barn there. And then when I heard this song, I was thinking about that, going down memory lane of things that we used to do out there. And so I sort of try to find songs that relate to me some way and another. It's about, and you just put more feeling into it then, but that's how this whole new project got started, and Red Barn. That's how I found Red Barn, and I love the song. People are loving it. I have people. I have a choreographer. She did a line dance to it. In fact, we played a show last night, and they were all out there line dancing to the song, and it's her dance that she made. And it's sort of cool when you're up there singing it and you see all these people dancing to the song. So it's going over really well. It's number one on the world indie charts also, and a couple different other charts, and it's getting a lot of press, like with Cashbox Magazine and Vents Magazine, and a lot of good reviews. So I'm really proud of that song. It's a whole different, it's like a notch above the last album. You always want to better yourself. Right. And these songs are going to be, they're tremendous. They're awesome songs. I wrote 2 of the songs on the next project, but the project's almost done. So we've been working on it for a couple of years. So about 2 years almost. And yeah, but Adam would come up from Nashville and like once a month and stay here for a week, and we'd be in the studio for a whole week. Then he'd go back, and so it's just it's been it's been tough, but we're done, and now it's time to get those songs out there for people to listen to.
Yeah, and you're also up for another award with the ISSA with Savannah, right? To Find Us for duo.
That's from the Something Worth Remembering album. Mm-hmm. I this song, and I don't know. I think it's one of the best songs I ever wrote. We played it last night. I have a girl that sings with me. Savannah doesn't. She moved. I think she was living in Nashville when we recorded To Find Us, and we recorded it down in Nashville, that song. But she moved away, and her life got in the way. She has a baby now and stuff, but we keep in touch. But she's an awesome singer. But I wrote the song. We did it last night with the girl that I sing with now, Kate Zoller. Mm-hmm. We've been singing for the last 4 years, and it's pretty exciting. she's just a great person, and she belts it out just like Savannah. And like you said, the song's up for a duo of the year, so hopefully they get some recognition from it. Last night they loved the song. People were standing up clapping. They loved it.
It's a great song.
Thank you.
Now, you mentioned a few moments ago about a line dance. I read about that. A choreographer named Karen Zima, she came up with that idea, right?
Yeah. She heard the song, and I've been friends with her for a while. She says, "Hey, do you think I could do a dance to that?" And I said, "Sure." So whenever she was teaching, she teaches different places around the area. I would go out and meet the people and tell them a little bit about the song, and then she would teach the dance, and it's catching on somewhat.
Is there a video of people doing the dance to Red Barn?
Yeah, there's a video probably on my Facebook page, maybe even on Gary Pratt fans, or just Gary Pratt Music. There's a couple of Facebook pages. There's some excerpts of people dancing. We're trying to get more people to know the song and then do like an actual video, you know what I mean? Get people all dressed up and, get it out there, but we're doing that slowly. So that's our next thing as far as the dance goes.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. Maybe it'll take off like the Achy Breaky did. Remember that craze?
I was just thinking about that when you started talking. I said, "Oh, Achy Breaky Heart."
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I used to do that song when I was in Nashville. I sang a lot of different venues down there. That's one song I used to do. So that's been a long time, but
yeah. That would be something though, right? If it took off like that,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? Line dancing is really taking off in this area. There's line dancing everywhere, and boot places and hat places showing up, and it's pretty cool. I can go out and get I just bought like 12 hats, and I wasn't even a hat person, but now I'm like, I'm starting to wear hats now. But yeah,
you look good in a cowboy hat, though.
I wrote a song like that one time. I can do anything in a cowboy hat. You have to listen to it. It's out there somewhere probably on YouTube or something. But that's been a long time ago. I need to rewrite that. But people like that. They had to dance to that, but that was just sort of people that some other dance that they would do to it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. I would love to see that happen for you. As big as Achy Breaky, Red Barn, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good song, and then the production is amazing. It's more than what I could ask for. I'm blessed with that. I'm blessed to be able to work with Adam and Doug again, and sort of become like family. You work with each other for so long.
Yeah. Now, in your partnership with Kate Zaller, have you guys recorded any new music, and when should we expect it, if you have?
Yeah, there's a song I wrote called "Never Been in Love." I had written that a while back, and then I rewrote it for this new project. So it is on the new project, and I turned it into a duet instead of just singing it myself. And so that will be coming out sometime. So that'll be sort of Kate's debut out, with the song out. So that should be exciting. We're actually opening up for Big and Rich coming up.
Wow.
July 19th. And I think we should probably do that song. I'm trying to put the set list together, and that's tricky sometimes. And I probably worry about it too much, but just want it to be right, But yeah, she went in the studio for the first time. She was never in the studio, and did some background vocals. And then I said, we need to at least have a duet on there, So we did that, and I'm working with her now. I'm telling her to try to find some songs so she could go in and do some stuff herself, and I'll do the background vocals or whatever. She needs to showcase herself too. Right now, we got that Big and Rich this gig because of Red Barn. There was an article in one of the Pittsburgh papers here and about my music, and it was about Red Barn, and this lady saw it, and her brother runs this amphitheater, which is like a brand new amphitheater. I've never been there before. It holds a lot of people, though. Of course, Big and Rich is going to be there. She told her brother, she listened to the Red Barn, she listened to my album, and turned it over to her brother, who does all the promotion and owns the amphitheater. And then he called and he said, hey, would you be interested in opening for Big Rich? And the reason why I did this is because their logo is a little red barn.
Nice.
Yeah, so it sort of opened the door for us to do that. I mean, I've opened for other people before, but Big and Rich it's going to be an awesome concert.
Things happen for a reason, Gary.
Oh, they do.
They do. It was meant to happen. Yeah. You were meant to record that song, and they were meant to ask you to come along for a show. Yeah,
you know what? It's all in God's hands, and we have a band that we work with. It's like different people from other bands. They all back us all the time. And when I got the call to do Big and Rich, I just said, yeah, we'll do it,
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm calling the guys and I'm saying, hey, you free this night? They're all saying no. And I'm like, oh gosh, what I'm going to do? And then, you know what? I got this calm feeling and I was like, it's going to be okay. And the drummer that works with us, Ryan Lukoch, he works with a band, and he said, we'll do it. And they have a steel player. They're really good, and it's going to be awesome. So we got to start getting together and practicing and stuff like that. But I wasn't worried, as far as getting musicians, because who wouldn't want to open up to a crowd like that,
Yeah, of course. You'd have to be a fool not to, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you usually approach a new collaboration, and what's your process for working with other artists?
Yeah, as far as we're sharing the stage together, we're all there for the same reason. I'd like to showcase that other band that's going to back us up on a song too, because, we're all in the same boat, As far as local singers, it's like, and writers, it's like you all support each other, because like I said, we're all struggling for people to hear our music, and finally I'm so happy with the last album and this album, this project, people are listening, and that's what we all want. There's a lot of good musicians around the area, and we all seem to get along pretty well and help each other out.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I worked with Pam Tillis and Lori Morgan, they were super. Went out had pizza with them and talked with them, and that was a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
I had some friends back me up, because we do acoustic shows with acoustic players, and we do a duet show, more of like backing track type show, and then we do the full band show. So we got a lot of things coming up, but you work together with each other, whatever it is, and help each other out.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Now, can you describe your typical songwriting process? Do you begin with lyrics, melody, or something else?
You know what? Most of the time I listen to other people and what they're saying. And someone will say something and say, oh, that's a great song title, and I'll write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go back, maybe write. That's one. It's like different methods. Sometimes I'll get a melody in my head and, I'm there putting it on my phone, and so I don't forget it. Or I'll start writing, not usually words. It's usually a melody starts first.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone says something like "Sounds Like Whiskey to Me" was a song I wrote on the last album, and I was at a private party singing. There was like picnic tables in a pavilion, and this older lady was sitting there, and all of a sudden I got quiet, and all I heard was, "That sounds like whiskey to me," and I'm like, I better write that down. So I wrote it down up there on stage, because I heard it, And so every time we're out and she's there, I give her credit for giving me the idea. So it comes from different methods, I'd like to work with some other writers. I really haven't co-written too much, which would be an experience to do, because you learn, everyone puts their input in, and you get different ideas, and song might go a completely different direction,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely. How do you view the trend of artists releasing more singles and APs as opposed to full-length albums?
That's a good question. I tell you what, I learned that, especially as an indie artist, that releasing singles is the way to go now. It seems like more people are doing that. When I released Something Worth Remembering, I didn't know that, or didn't think, and then we released singles from the album. Now they release singles, then they have an album, so it's like different than it used to be. All the songs that were on that album were dated for, that was 2021.
Right.
So they all dated 2021. So with some of these award shows and contests and different things that are out there for songwriters and singers, there's like a certain time limit on some of these songs. They have to be written like within the last year, which I understand,
Right.
But or within the last year. Well, I had like how many songs I really couldn't put into some of these contests, and like even like the Josie Music Awards, and I was up for that a couple of years ago. I think maybe even last year. But I mean, there's a time limit on those songs, so releasing singles, I could release these next 11 singles. It might keep me going for like 2 years here.
Right.
I can keep inputting, put the songs into these contests and submissions for awards, and now instead of being stuck in that one time frame.
Right.
I think it's a good idea. It just makes more sense for me. And then when I get so many songs, say I get maybe 8 of the songs released, or even 9, and then I'll probably have then have the album come out. It's just, I can get more leverage and more,
more shelf life, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You could spread them out over 2 years or so.
Right. Thing is, it's like, and it's like I can't put them out there because there's a lot of surprises in this new project. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. What are your thoughts on the growing importance of visual media, like music videos or virtual concerts in the industry? And will there be a music video for Red Barn?
Well, I don't know yet. I just put out a lyrics video, but there's going to be a video sometime. I don't know if it's going to be for Red Barn or not. We might just do the dance type thing for this one. But I think videos, people will stream more videos now. Even like reel, people are don't watch a reel before they do something else, and that gives us more streams too. I mean, with the last album I have like over 1 million streams, and that baffles me. But yeah, with videos, I think it's a way to get your song out there. People watch it, they see a story, it's like watching a mini movie. I think it's good for artists.
Yeah, they get a taste of what the artist is about and their music and stuff. But I think a video for Red Barn would be awesome, especially if you can do it like a live shoot where everybody's doing the line dance and you're on stage singing and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I just got to get the money to do it.
Yeah, maybe you could crowdfund it.
Well, yeah, I thought about that too. But there's a lot of people too. Like, I mean, you can get videos done. I mean, there's a lot of colleges around here that they have people in that kind of studies and stuff, so we're looking into at least getting someone down to Big and Rich to record us down there. And so I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. It's just getting it all put together. There's even there's a place here in Greensburg where I live at that they do videos too, so I need to look into that, see what their ideas are and what the cost is. And but that's probably going to be one of the next things to do, some type of video. Red Barn would be good.
There has to be a video for that song.
Okay, I'll take your advice, sir.
No, I'm serious. With that line dance in the video, I think it would take off even more.
Just put it out there. Hey, who wants to learn a line dance? Who wants,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crowdfunded. Pay me $20 to be in the video, and we'll teach you a new line dance.
Oh, okay.
Or $10 even, just to get in.
You learn something. Yeah, you learn something every day. I think that's a good idea.
You never know. I mean, so kids might want to do it, like you said, the college crowd and stuff. I mean, country line dancing is big now.
It is really big. All I need to go is like to some of these line dances, and actually, you know what? I did talk to 2 girls. They were really good line dancers at one of the when they were teaching my dance, and I asked them if I ever did a video, if they'd be interested in doing it. And they're like, yeah, we'd do it. We'd even bring some friends. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Have them bring their camera crew, too, and film it.
Yeah, really. You know what? If I'd put it out there, I'm sure I'd get some bites on it, because people want to help, you know. And
right.
I wanted a picture of, I wanted to find a red barn to get some promotion pictures for the song. And I put in, does anybody have a red barn? And I got like all these different people, you know, saying, hey, you can use my barn, or you can use this barn. I saw a barn here, you know,
right.
Check it out. So it's, you got me thinking now. I better get on the ball here.
I think you should, sir. You've been nominated and even won several awards from various organizations over the years. How does it feel to achieve recognition for something you truly enjoy?
You know what? It is awesome. I went to Atlanta, I guess it was in 21 or 22. No, it had to be 21. I think COVID was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was after COVID, I went to the awards, and my dad had passed away actually around that time. And then my mom's birthday was coming up, and I was like, you know, the awards is on her birthday. And I said, maybe I'll just take her by myself and we'll go, you know.
Nice.
So we went to the awards, and when they called my name, it was just like, you feel like you've accomplished something. You know, you feel like your music is worth something, you know. Your doubts, you know, sort of go away, and you get more confidence. But when they call your name, I don't know, I just got up and I walked up on stage, and just like, it's just like God carries you or something. I don't know. It was just so weird. You get up and you talk and accept your award, and you come back and you sit down, and it's like, wow, what did just happen? But it just validates what you're doing, you know.
Right.
And with peers that are, you know, judging you and stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of good people out there, a lot of good talent, and you just get that recognition, and you're like proud of yourself, and you want to do better in the next thing, and
right.
And you help other people do this, you know, do the same thing. There's a lot of young kids that are out there now, and I'm like, hey, you should be doing this and doing that, you know. I never had someone really know what to do, you know. I just sort of made my way through, and you know, God just worked for me, you know. And so I'm happy where I'm at right now. But yeah, accepting an award and being nominated is awesome. And you too. How about you? You're on the International Singer-Songwriters for Radio Station of the Year, right?
That is correct, and I'll be there this year. Are you going to be there?
Oh no, I'm gonna miss it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'd like to really meet you.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm taking my wife. We booked the trip, and we're staying from Friday to Monday, so it should be fun.
Yeah, we stayed right by where they have the pre-party the night before, and we had a great time. Yeah, the Atlanta airport's a little bit pretty wild though.
Yeah, we're driving though, so we're not flying in. We're only a few hours away, so.
Well, that's cool. I'd get two then.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to meeting some of the people that I've interviewed over the years. So it should be good.
Yeah, you know what? I made so many good friends just being there that one time. And we all keep in touch with each other. We all support each other. You know, someone puts something out on Facebook or, you know, wherever, and it's like, you know, you share it and you congratulate them on what they're doing. And
right.
It'd be like going back home again, because there's like so many people that you meet, and you don't forget them, you know, because you see them all the time out there, you know, on the computer, media, and all that. And there's some really good people, and we all support each other. There's several people in this area that also are, you know, up for awards, and you know, we all support each other, and we're like, are you going this year? Are you going this year? And, you know, I just can't go this year, but hopefully next year, plus, you know, I'll have 4 more, you know, maybe at least 1 or 2 more songs out there that would be able to, you know, maybe heighten the, you know, the experience as far as people hearing more songs of mine. But I do miss those people, and there's certain ones that we just clicked, you know. We're all in the same boat, but
we got to get you to come out to South Carolina and perform.
Okay. I'll do it.
You know,
I'm ready to go. Yeah. It's hard sometimes. That's another business. And that's what.
Yeah. You have a full-time business, correct?
Yeah.
And, so that's got to be tough for you. Probably mostly, like local gigs, right?
Yeah, a lot of local. Like we're doing like Pittsburgh. We got a few coming up in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
More, Pittsburgh, Greensburg, and the surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm.
But we got here, and I'm looking forward to it. But it's exhausting sometimes. But if it wasn't for this business I have a gift shop here in Greensburg, and I work. But if it wasn't for the shop, I wouldn't be doing music because it's fine too. So been a great experience.
Yeah,
blessed shop and blessed to be able to do things that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm working, but I'm not.
Exactly. Where can the listeners go to learn more about you?
Best place is www. Gary Pratt Music. Gives you all the like the bios and what's going on, the schedule, a little bit about Kate is on there. They're sort of doing like Gary Pratt, Kate Zoller, and then we do a Pratt and Zoller thing. So it's like we're busy. And but yeah, www. Gary Pratt Music. You'll get the Facebook link and Twitter and all that different things, Snapchat, and that's the best place. But you'll get links to the songs. And there's videos there, and or just put Gary Pratt in the computer. There's a lot of different, very good, positive reviews on the song too. So, you'll get all the information there.
Awesome. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
I just want to thank a couple people. I want to thank Adam Ernst, Doug Kasper, Kate Zoller. The guys that usually play with us, Keith Taylor, Brian Lukoch, Dave Flodine, and Dave Moulter. They're always usually the backup band. And then I want to thank the band called The Push, who will be opening up with us, backing us for Big and Rich shows. So I'm going to put, something out there for them with those guys. They're all awesome guys, so kind, And I just want people to, take a listen to my music, share my music, get other people to listen to it. And, I appreciate that so much.
Awesome. Well, Gary, it's been great catching up with you, man. I feel like we picked up right where we left off.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I see all your stuff all the time out there. And, it's like, it's really nice to talk to you again. And hopefully it won't be as long next time. Maybe we can get Kate on the next interview. We'll get that other song out there for you to listen to. And, they just keep on going, keep plugging along.
Yeah, that'd be great. You got my phone number. Send me a text or, you can even give me a ring if you want. I'd love to have you guys back on in the future and want to wish you best of luck with those nominations at the awards. And, maybe I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, unless something happens, who knows? I never know, guys. I'll show up and say, hey. But, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, brother, and you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, all right?
All right, God bless.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Gary, thanks for stopping by today, man. It was great to catch up with you. But before we wrap things up, let us check out another fantastic song called To Find Us.
I know exactly how you feel when he told you go to hell. The last thing you thought he'd say was he never loved you anyway. Now we both had broken hearts. Mine was busted, ripped apart. didn't think that I could live without her touch, her smile, her kiss. Yes, you had to lose him, and I had to lose her to find us. We found strength and we found hope. We found peace like we never known. We found true and we found trust. We found faith and we found love. And we know this was meant to be. I found you and you found me. We understand God had it in His plan. And you had to lose him. I had to lose her to find us.
I guess we could write them a note and thank them for the hearts they broke, and for the day they said goodbye. It was a blessing in disguise. I had to lose him, you had to lose her to find us.
We found strength and we found hope. We found peace like we never known. We found true and we found trust. We found faith and we found love. And we know this was meant to be. I found you and you found me. We understand God had it in His plan. Lord knows what we've been through.
He brought me here to you.
To find us.
He brought me here to you. We found faith and we found love.
We know this was meant to be. I found you and you found me. We understand God had it in His plan. Lord knows what we've been through.
He brought me here to you.
And you had to lose him. I had to lose her to find us. Yeah.
The Record Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Howell Productions. All rights reserved. For information regarding distribution or adding this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.
The Record Machine Show.